Hello and welcome back to the ministry, and today we're talking about there has to be rest before restoration. A lot of us that are business people, we have the tendency to get this idea in our head that we are supposed to press in intently. I hope you can hear me. We have to press in so intently that we're not supposed to stop. But we're human. Humans are human, and because humans are human, we have to stop because we get tired. Sometimes our tiredness is warfare, but sometimes it is, did you go to sleep last night? Did you get more than 2 hours of sleep last night? Did you get more than 2 hours of sleep a night in the past 2, 3, 5 days? Maybe you're tired because you're just tired. It isn't always the enemy attacking you. Sometimes it's you just not paying attention to your body that's telling you stop. I'm the type of person that I will edit 15 videos, do my hair in 5 hours, and then lay there and still be trying to do prayer for another hour and a half. I'm always doing my prayer because I got to do that with the Lord, but not giving myself time to rest, then jump up 2, 3, 4 hours later, barely giving myself time to sleep, and be back at work doing videos, back at work editing stuff, back at work on the computer doing something else that I needed to get done. Not allowing myself to rest. When you rest, you are restored, and then the Lord can give you your next instruction. But just because he gave you another instruction doesn't mean you're supposed to sit there and do all 15 instructions he gave you in the same day. Perfect example. This morning I was listening to a video from my coach. Every time she talks, I get inspired to do something. And I was sitting there and I got an inspiration, but I got the inspiration to do one thing, and I'm like, I can do that 1, 2, 3 times over. I can do that for this. 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 And my brain was like, yes. One, I can copy and paste. After I do it once, I can duplicate and replace. That's all. But I'm sitting up there like, what world am I sitting up here living in? No, we ain't sitting up here doing all of this and wearing ourselves out. Because see, what the enemy will do is this. What the enemy will do is, you'll be in a phase of, okay, the Lord has put me in this situation. I got this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do, and this to do. And then what will happen is, after you do it, the enemy will bring somebody to push your button. And when that person pushes your button, you will get up and do what that person says when you were supposed to be sitting down and resting. They'll start to nag you. You should be doing this. You should be doing this. You should be doing... And because you're a person that doesn't like to make waves, you get up and do it. Furthermore, exhausting yourself past the point in which you were already exhausted. Doing something that you shouldn't have needed to do anyway. Because the enemy wants to push your buttons because you're close. And he wants to wear you out as much as possible, because if he wears you out, you're not going to move forward into the thing in which he wanted you to do. The Lord needed for you to do. This morning I got a vision and an idea to do something, and I haven't even touched it yet. I was actually going to take a nap. But I ended up saying, you know what, I got something that the Lord done told me I'm supposed to be putting my hands to. Let me do this right quick since I got the space and the time to do so. You got to pay attention to the unctions of the Lord. This is part of the pressing in. Yes, you are supposed to rest. But when the Lord gives you an instruction, you take that instruction and you do it. You rest in between. You get up. God's not a machine driver. He doesn't drive the horses, the cows, the what have you into the ground. No. He's going to lead you into what it is he needs for you to do, but you've got to walk in what it is he's desiring for you to do in this season. And yes, it's going to take a little bit of work, but he's going to give you the ability to rest. There's going to be wisdom that comes with that. If I didn't rest, and I didn't take that time to lay there and pray for a little bit of time, I wouldn't have gotten the program. Because I was praying first. I woke up at 3. I think I actually woke up at 3:21, and I started praying because I'm like, you know what? Let me pray since I'm awake. And I laid there, and then I listened to, and it was like the video was prepped on my phone anyway. I could have watched it last night, but I fell asleep. So I opened it up and I listened to it, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I can do. But I had to rest. I would have sat up there and did this last night. I'd have created the program last night. I'd have created everything last night. But that wasn't what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to rest. When the Lord tells you to rest, rest. There's a reason He desires for you to rest. Either it's because you're going to be coming into a certain amount of warfare and He needs your body prepared for it. Or there's going to be some movement that you weren't expecting, and it may be sudden, and He needs your body prepared for it. When you do not take the time to rest when He needs for you to rest, when you do not take the time for you to do what He needs for you to do, when you do not take the time for Him to allow Him to lead you in what He needs for you to do in that time period, you're going to miss something that He's trying to show you. Rest before restoration. Because when He leads you into your new season, you're going to be moving at a different pace. And it may be faster than what you're used to. And if you don't rest in the season when He gives you the time to rest, you're going to miss it. And it's interesting because my coach was making the example that she was trying to do something really quickly and she was missing it. And she had to take the time, step back, and reevaluate. Sometimes we make long-term decisions in short-term situations. Sometimes we be in rush to do something, and the Lord is saying, slow down, rest. I was thinking about this song by Alicia Keys, Slow Down, from her, was it her second album? But it was called Slow Down. Slow down, take your time. A lot of us be trying to speed up and try to get everything done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Yes, I know. I got in between this amount of episodes and this amount of episodes to get done. I don't know when it needs to be done. But God, if He wants it done, it'll be done before I need to leave. If He wants it done, it'll be taken care of before I need to go where I need to go. Otherwise, He'll make time for me to get it done before, within the next period of time I need to get some stuff done. God makes the time. We just got to listen and be obedient, because disobedience is not paying attention to what He told you. Not moving when He said move. Not shifting when He said shift. Listen to the leading of the Lord. Listen to the leading of the Lord. If God said rest, rest. Sometimes you'll get certain things that will make you question. Sometimes that's a test, because the enemy is intimidated by you. He will bring voices that you're familiar with to tell messages that may not even be for you, but it's in direct contradiction to what the Lord just told you. But what you do is you stop, you stand still, and you listen, because the spirit of intimidation is real. And spirit intimidation will have you running rampant when the Lord said rest. He will have you doing exactly the opposite of what the Lord just told you to do. Exactly the opposite. And that ain't of God. Listen, pay attention, and walk in the will and the way of the Lord. He will show you the way. He will give you the direction. Rest. Things will work out better if you rest. The move you've been waiting for, the change, the whole thing, it's got to be ready and everything else, you're going to miss the biggest breakthrough because you didn't take the time to rest. Your life is in the midst. You will miss the breakthrough because you weren't able to discern the counterfeit, because you weren't able to be clear-headed enough to rest when God told you to, because you did not rest. Rest, because restoration and destiny depends on it. Take the time to do the thing that the Lord is saying do. Rest, rejuvenate, recuperate, and the restoration will come. Allow yourself to reset. Reset, rest, relax, recalibrate, restart. Let's go. Because it's time for your restoration. Any day now. Suddenly, immediately, and quickly. Until next time. This is Taj McCameron for the ministry. Until next time, much love, faith, peace, and blessings. Bye-bye.